this match. Hawaii's been hitting .253 as a team on average, and Long Beach State for the season just a .189 hitting average. In fact, they've been out-hit statistically in all their matches this year, but not tonight. So we'll see if the leaving of the court after the first set has brought a new Hawaii team to the second set. Double contact called on Patterson, and so the opening point goes to Hawaii. Kahakai from Oahu had a career-high 28 digs against UCLA earlier this year. 5th on the Hawaii all-time digs list. That's saying something for all the great players Hawaii has had. And side out, Long Beach State. Krudoff gets the kill.
Well, here's what Hawaii has to do to turn things around. Their first contact, their pass, has to be more on point than it was in that first set. They were scattering balls all over the place and really out of system and reeling, trying to keep the ball in play. They need that first ball to be passed well so that the offense can be run and that they have all of their options.
Well, that time they don't even have to worry about the first contact. Service error by Alex. Back to serve now is Anderson. Her dad won national championship at Pepperdine in '78. Played professionally in Italy and Switzerland. Quick set out of the middle and a quick finish as well, as Maglio takes care of it.
Maglio, solid right there. Great player. She's an All-American on the beach as well. So a very well-rounded player for Hawaii, playing on the beach team and the indoor team. Always beneficial there. The bottom drops out of that serve.
Hit the net
for the ace. That's what you do when you do that jump float serve. You want a lot of movement on the ball. See, it doesn't spin at all, and then it drops at the last second, clips the net, and trickles over for the ace.
Anderson, exceptional student athlete. Already talked about her Nobel Peace work over the summer, but Anderson's going to back to serve again, and she's already passed her MCATs and is applying to medical schools. Good block up front. It's a 4-0 Hawaii run for this 5-1 lead. Point Hawaii. Maglio responsible for that point once again. And a timeout taken by Long Beach State as Hawaii has come out red hot, fired up after a disappointing opening set. Well, we are very close to Disneyland. A little shot of California Adventure in Anaheim. Long Beach State won the first set, and a reminder to find out more about women's volleyball on ESPNW.com. Adora Anai tops Utah's record books. The 10 Big Ten early season tidbits that Big Ten most people consider the top conference in the country right now. Stephanie Samity, who plays for Minnesota, just a freshman. It's a good article on her as well. A Floridian in Minnesota. Service error by Anderson. 6-2, Hawaii leads it. Here to start the second. ESPNW.com, that's really become the best website, I think, to go to for coverage of women's college volleyball. If you're a fan, go to ESPNW.com. Harvard chases that down. And a kill out of the middle. That looked easy for Maglio.
Well, Sam, this is an entirely different team we're seeing from Hawaii here in this second set. Whatever was said by head coach Amoy Santos behind closed doors, she took the entire team off the court. It has completely changed their demeanor, their attitude, but most importantly, their execution.
You know, Robin Amos Santos, she is the first-year head coach. You know who she reminds me of? She reminds me of University of South Carolina basketball coach Dawn Staley. Very fiery over there on the sideline. The players love her, but she is all business when she's out there. And she has the credibility of being so good as a player. You have no choice but to listen to her.
Yeah, her accolades and the respect, one of the most decorated players in Hawaii's history. And it's an honor. Imagine just being the third coach in the history of the program. You know, there's a lot of pressure there, but she means business, and she wasn't going to allow her team to play the way they were playing in that first set, and things have turned around.
Well, there's Harward with a kill off the left side. She's got 5 kills now, getting the start as an outside hitter instead of wearing the libero jersey tonight. She did have 6 digs in that first set, so still digging it.
Yeah, she plays in that middle back position, so she can make a lot of adjustments. That's where you want your best defender.
Service error by Anselmo. Hawaii leads 10-3. Now, Long Beach State has not won a 4-set match all year, Dane. They're 0-9 in 4-set matches.
Now, the way this one's going, I would imagine it goes at least 4 sets the way Hawaii is playing right now. And although they give it right back, the thing is Hawaii has created this lead, a 6-point lead early in the set. And right now, Long Beach looks a little out of sorts and nowhere near as sharp as they were in set number 1.
Harward serving back behind the line now. Harward, a sophomore. Big West all-freshman team member last year. She's already been the Big West Defensive Player of the Week this year. Again, came from that tradition-rich Desert Vista High School in the Phoenix area. Won back-to-back state championships. Her team was number 10 in the nation. Hitting error by Ross, so Harward will get to serve again.
Yeah, it'll be a slow process here. What Long Beach has to do is slow down, be patient, and try to chip away 1 point at a time here and there. You're not going to get it back in one play. You have to be patient.
Anderson decided to receive that, and Hawaii wins the rally. Hawaii lost in 5 here last year. Split their matches over the weekend. Last weekend lost a rare home match to Cal Poly. That was when the Rainbow Wahine was undefeated. Yosia back to serve. Hammers it. Good receive by Harward. And put down by Kelsch. Kelsch, a backup setter last year, is transitioned over to outside hitter this year. Elementary education major.
That ball just goes out of bounds. A rip into Granato's block, and it looked like it went straight down, but just missed being in. Here's another look at it. Granato goes up, presses with that left hand, but that's what I always talk about, pressing back into the court. You have to press hard back into the court as a blocker, or you get tooled out of bounds.
Half the Hawaii team thought they had won that. There she is again, a little long on that swing.
Touch, so great
touch is called, yeah.
Ryan McDowell, the head referee, taking a look. Neither line judge called the touch.
It was our up judge, Ryan McDowell. He's explaining the call to Long Beach State's players at the moment. The call was reversed and the point given to Hawaii.
McDowell, a great ref. I actually had him ref when I was playing as a professional on the beach. So he's been around a long time.
He looks like a volleyball player. Good serve. An ace.
He looks the part.
Yeah, he does. Granato with the ace.
Hawaii has really turned up their serving game. Another jump float serve, the bottom dropping out. And right now, Long Beach having a lot of trouble tracking the ball and getting it to the right spot. That one's about 13 feet off the net. And it becomes an easy down ball.
14-6. Hawaii out in front here in the second. Oh, good up. It's Krudolph. Cross court for the kill.
That might have been one of the most impressive kills I've seen from Krudoff tonight. She rips this with a severe angle. 2 blockers right in her face. Not a lot of real estate over there, but she hits at a very high point and successful with that cutty.
7th kill for Krudoff tonight. Patterson back to serve. Hawaii still up by 7. Good dig by Nieto. Patterson with the back set. Erkman barely got to it. And a point, Long Beach State double contact called against Hawaii.
It's interesting, some matches you never see the double contact called, but the head referee, it's up to him to make the standard what it is, and so far been very consistent on both sides.
We've had 2 tonight. We were talking Wednesday night when we were at Kansas how we really hadn't seen many of the double contacts called anymore. Hawaii got out of system. Let's see if Long Beach State can take advantage of it. No, they can't. Krudoff again with a hammer. Nice get by Castillo. And Shua into the net. Point Hawaii.
Yeah, tough play right there. A little bit late for Shua. Coming into the middle. As a middle, you want to be up early before that ball gets to the setter. If you're late, the timing gets thrown off.
Shua's 6'4". And back to serve now, Kahakai, the senior. Hawaii's scholar athlete. There's the block. Maglio teaming with Kelsch.
Yeah, Brooke Erkman, the 5'7" redshirt freshman, comes in a little early. Then she has to drop backward. You don't even see her coming to the frame right there because she's jumping backwards with no vision and gets stuffed.
16-8. Timeout taken, and more college football to tell you about tomorrow. This time on ABC at 3:30 Eastern. It's the ACC's Georgia Yellow Jackets taking on number 11 Miami. And then back out here to California, to the Coliseum to be specific. 8 Eastern, the Utes will take on USC. Both games streaming live on the ESPN app. And again, these games will be seen on ABC. Big upset in college football tonight as Syracuse was a winner over Clemson. Didn't see that coming. So if you've been watching that game, finish your night with a little volleyball here. Hawaii and Long Beach State. There's a look at first-year head coach for Long Beach State, Joy Mackenzie Furbringer. She won a national championship as a setter here in 1993, and most recently was an assistant at UCLA, helping the Bruins to a national championship in 2011. It's a family affair. Her husband, Matt, is associate head coach, one of the all-time greats at Stanford. So do their kids have a shot at not playing volleyball?
I got it. 2 just unbelievable human beings, a great 1-2 punch, and both so competitive, both so knowledgeable, and it's going to put Long Beach in a great position for years to come.
Hawaii hitting .357 in this set and a negative hitting percentage in the second. It has been all rainbow Wahine. There's a look at our husband. And I know you played against him on the beach, right? That's Matt.
He was just a spectacular beach player, a huge force at the net, won numerous tournaments, his most notable coming back and winning the Manhattan Beach Open. He's pretty much done it all. You know, I know he wanted to be an Olympian on the beach as well, and but he could still be playing as far as I'm concerned. He was something special.
He was coaching with the U.S. men's national team. He was with them when they won their bronze in Rio. As a coach, though. Krudoff serving. 17-9, Hawaii trying to tie this match. Nieto kept it alive. And another another kill out of the middle. The middles are getting a lot more action this set, specifically Maglio here for Hawaii.
Well, that's what Hawaii wasn't doing, and they weren't able to do it because the pass wasn't there. When the pass is in the right spot and you can run that middle, it opens up the rest of the offense. The pin hitters find themselves in one-on-one situations, and right now, Hawaii really firing.
Maglio's had 5 of her 6 kills this set. There's Shua. And point Long Beach State.
Yeah, this is a complete reversal this second set. Hawaii hitting 375 and Long Beach State hitting 0 in the current set. So it was an exact flip in set number 1. Hawaii has turned things around.
That's got to go over. One-handed stab by Harward. Gets it over the net. Boy, Harward, you got to think she's just a coach's dream. And she lays it out there all over the court. I mean, that was Harward that single-handedly kept the point alive and then won it.
She's everywhere. Like I said, a great all-around player. Look at this rip down the line. She turns it at the very last second, deceiving the block and pinpointing her execution.
And that was after she had that one-arm dig. 3 kills this set for her, 6 for the match. Service error, though, that's such a momentum buster, especially when you need every point right now. 19-11.
You know, we talk about that all the time, the momentum swings, and it's so important once you make a great play, you spark your team, that you got to keep that next serve in to give yourself a chance to continue to run. And now Hawaii giving it right back. So
contagious.
If Long Beach is going to get back into the second set, it has to happen right now, down by 7.
Faith Rascon-Ryan from Redondo Beach in to serve. 8 aces this year. Just a freshman. Back row attack. That is strong. Big hit out of the back row by McKenna Ross.
Wow, McKenna Ross coming out of the back row, reaching as high as possible. The set was way in front of that 3-meter line, but she just soared and got it to the right spot.
Her older sister Kyla, gold medalist at the London Games in artistic gymnastics. Another service error. Hawaii trying to put this second set to bed, keeping Long Beach State hanging around. Guanasso rotates out.
Yeah, too many service errors here in this second set, but for the match, Hawaii with 4 aces, 3 coming in this set, and Long Beach State with 2.
Ross mistimes that. Point Long Beach State. Harward's had a very good match playing outside hitter tonight. 6 kills, 8 digs, hitting 200. A lot of swings for someone who normally doesn't get any. Out of the middle again, Hawaii trying to do damage. Rudolph hitting the antenna, point Hawaii.
Yeah, those are the plays when you don't really have an opportunity to get a winner. You just want to roll that ball inbounds to give yourself another opportunity.
So she went for too much there?
Yeah, you don't want to get the kill there. I mean, you'd like to get the kill, but the chances and the percentages are completely against you when you're falling back with no approach.
Yosia rips the serve. Kai with a good dig. Ross keeps it alive. Out. Was it touched? No. Point Long Beach State. Error on Kelsch.
Ball just out of bounds. The question is there time enough for Long Beach State to get back into this one, trailing by 6? Hawaii just needs 4 more points to tie this match up at 1 set apiece.
Long Beach State has not led this set. An absolute hammer by Granado.
Granado averaging 4.13 kills a set in conference, shows you why. Just finding the seam right there and just blasting it.
She was on that U.S. Collegiate National team last summer, along with 35 of the nation's top collegiate players. They trained in Minneapolis. The only player selected to that team from the Big West Conference. Service error. 5 service errors on Hawaii this set. But they still lead by 6. Patterson back to serve. Quick set, and the block is there. But Shua blocks it out of bounds. Point, Hawaii.
Shua with a really solid blocking move. Unfortunately, that ball just goes out of bounds. Long Beach playing a lot better than they did at the beginning of this set. But Hawaii has been better.
Shua misfires. Set point, Hawaii.
Point, Hawaii.
Just a perfect pass by Harward in the backcourt, but Long Beach, their offense right now, not clicking.
Kahakai back to serve to try to put it away for the Rainbow Wahine. Shua determined to score. The set goes to Hawaii. So the University of Hawaii, until last weekend, was undefeated in the Big West, trying desperately not to lose its second straight match. Coming from behind after losing the first set and responding in the second, a much different, better-looking Hawaii team in set number 2. It's intermission, and we're tied at a set apiece. Intermission continues here at Long Beach State, one of the prettiest volleyball courts in the nation. Good crowd on hand here tonight as well. They were very excited in that first set by the play of Haley Harward, as Haley Harward just lit it up. She was normally the libero for Long Beach State, but tonight, Dane, she started at outside hitter, and she made an impact right away.
Yeah, she really did. I mean, did you expect Haley Harward to have 20 attempts already? I don't know if she expected that, but when she was set the ball, she was bringing it. She is a fiery competitor right there, getting to the spot quicker than the blocker, squeaking it in between, doing whatever it takes. She's got a huge vertical leap, a very quick arm swing, and she has sparked Long Beach, especially in that first set. On the other side of the net, Emily Maglio took charge in the middle, and that's what Hawaii needed. They needed a presence in the middle. They didn't see it in the first set, but Maglio came out on fire in the second set. That opened up the entire offense, and Maglio, who is also an All-American on the beach, showing her skills in that second set.
Boy, look at how the hitting percentages have turned around.
Yeah, 320 for Hawaii. Remember, they were negative 26 in the first set, turned it around completely, and then Long Beach State hitting just 117. They're going to have to raise that percentage and be a little more efficient in this third set.
So Hawaii and Long Beach State tied at a set apiece. Intermission, and a few moments ago, one of the game's all-time great coaches, former Long Beach State coach, still weird to say former, Brian Gimilaro, who just retired at the end of last season after 32 illustrious years, was honored at Intermission. You see some of his accolades, 3 NCAA Division I national titles here at the beach in 89, 93, and 98. He made the national semis 8 times, took this program to the NCAA tournament 27 times. Obviously, the other legendary coach not here tonight, Dave Soji. As it's the first time since 1984 we haven't had both those men at the helm. Look at the numbers when you combine the two. Soji, who was at Hawaii for 42 seasons, and Gimilaro, 5 National Coach of the Year awards, over 2,000 career wins, 7 combined national titles. And just amazing production between 1987 and 2003. In fact, those two coaches produced 10 AVCA National Players of the Year. And one of the game's all-time greats at Hawaii has taken over the helm. You see there Robin Amo Santos in her first season, only the third coach in Hawaii's history, a member of the Hawaii Sports Hall of Fame, a three-time Olympian, now married and a mother of three, but very much in control of this program. And on the other side of the net, another former great at her alma mater. This is Joy McKizzy Furbringer, who took Long Beach State to the national championship in 1993. And after a successful overseas career, returned as an assistant and went on to be an assistant on the 2011 national championship team at UCLA before being hired back at her alma mater. So it's a good story, Dane, to see these two women coming back and leading the programs that they led as players.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're both in their first year. They're both trying to find their way, obviously, at this level, and both very decorated, and just it's a really great matchup, and it'll be interesting to track both their careers over the years to come.
First point of the third set, and Hawaii wins it. Castillo gets the kill.
Yeah, I think early on here we're going to really see who's going to take this match. It's 1-1, it's even. Long Beach didn't have a good second set. Hawaii didn't have a good first set. But now all that is behind them. It's about stepping up, and this third set could be crucial.
Again, Long Beach State has not won a four-set match all year.
Gets the return. Point.
So they're better off going 5, right, than 4.
Yeah, exactly. Statistically, Shua gets the kill out of the middle. Point apiece. And Long Beach State 2-1 in 5-set matches this year, 0-9 in 4-set matches. Crewed off of the service error, point Hawaii.
I believe in that second set it was Hawaii who put a lot more serving pressure on Long Beach, and Long Beach going to have to match that as they really came out more aggressive in the first set.
Good serve by Castillo. Harward a little off the mark, and Hawaii makes her pay for it. Castillo got the block. 3-1 Hawaii leading here. Early stages of the third set. Hawaii 11-6 overall, 6-1 in the Big West. Well, the net is wobbling. Net violation on Long Beach State, so point Hawaii.
Shua in the net on that one. An easy call, no argument there. And you got to eliminate those easy plays. I like being aggressive at the net, but you just can't afford getting that net violation.
Good serving run here by Castillo for Hawaii. The loss feed by Shua, caught it on the way down. And the block goes out of bounds. Harward will get another kill. Point Long Beach State.
I like that, challenging the block, going for it. When you're a little undersized, but you got a huge jump, you got to find ways to get creative and get kills. And there's time when Harward just has to challenge the block, as she did right there.
Nieto serving. She was exclusively a beach volleyball player for 2 seasons. Now obviously has rejoined the indoor team.
Shot goes wide.
That is wide, untouched. Point Long Beach State. And the 49ers are back in at 4-3 now.
19, Maglio hitting that ball down the line and out. When you go for the down the line shot, it's a lot more difficult to pinpoint and execute. It's a lot easier to go cross court into the meat of the court, and Hawaii can't handle that one. Point to Long Beach State.
Ace by Nieto. It's from Walnut Creek, California. Short serve. Anderson had to dive to get it. Wow. Point Hawaii.
Maybe one of the most explosive hits that we have seen tonight. McKenna Granado, 6-foot junior star for Hawaii, shows us how it's done, ripping it down the line.
5 kills for Granado. Renasso put it in play for Hawaii, gets the dig. Good block by Kirst. Nieto keeps it alive. Good block by Kirst.
Emma Kirst solo. Point Long Beach.
You know, we saw Kirst really catch fire at the end of that first set, and she was pretty much quiet the entire second set, but right now, that's the spark that Long Beach State needs in that middle position.
6 blocks now from Kirst, and we're tied at 5. Patterson keeps it alive. Good hustle all the way around. And Patterson could not get it to go over. She's the setter.
Point to Wahine.
Good idea there, just a little poor execution. Patterson trying to catch Hawaii off guard and go over on that second contact.
It's a quick swing.
I like the idea.
You have Sia serving now. Hawaii leads it by 1. Kirst again with the block.
Kirst with the
That
block.
last play, really great pass by Krudov. That starts it off. Then Hawaii has an opportunity to get a rip, but Kirst, look at her, timing, pressing, over. There's no space for that ball to fall on her side. Great execution.
We're tied at 6, third set. This time Kirst is denied. Nice swing. That was good placement.
It's a risky play trying to go inside of Kirst, and that's exactly what that was. It's a challenge. That ball can come back at you really quick.
Kelsch gets the kill for Hawaii. Rainbow Wahine up 7-6. Good. Couldn't have walked it over there any better. That was perfectly placed by Castillo.
Castillo getting up, surveying, and then going to that deep middle spot. You saw Harward had shifted over for the line hit. That opened up that middle.
5 kills now for Castillo. Good dig by Harward, and a miscommunication there between Patterson and Anselmo. Point Hawaii.
Yeah, there's no question Anselmo has to get out of the way. The second ball is always the setter's ball. Patterson right there was a bit surprised. Anselmo has to move out of the way. That communication cannot happen.
So is she supposed to be aware of where Patterson is? She had her back to it.
Yeah, and maybe she thought Patterson was out of the play. That's where Patterson has to maybe be a little more vocal, but it's one of those things where you're both expecting something different than what happens.
Granato with the service error allows Kirst to serve now. Long Beach State trailing by 2, and now another service error.
Point Hawaii.
10-7, Hawaii leads now.
Savannah Kahakai serving.
Savannah Kahakai back to serve. Family Resources major, Big West Academic All-Conference, a scholar athlete at Hawaii, and a service error. 3 straight service errors, Dane. What's going on here?
I'm a little baffled by it as well. You see this sometimes at the beginning of a match, but not in the third set. And neither of these teams are ripping aces, going for broke every single time. And so the ratio is way out of whack. They have to keep the ball in play more, and the team that does so is going to be victorious.
Good block. Shua combining with number 18, Simkova, who has checked in for the first time.
Simkova from Slovakia getting in, getting some action right away. Look at that, aiming the ball right back into the court. Really pretty block.
Simkova's been on the Slovakian national team. since 2014. Here she is hitting a lefty. And a big swing. Simkova's making an impression right away.
She's all over right there. And with that lefty, you always want a lefty on the right side. Having that inside power arm inside to the court is very effective. And right away, she comes in and makes a difference.
Her brother was a pro player, very good pro player in Russia. We're tied at 10. Third set in this best of 5 set match, and another service error by Patterson.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. There's just no excuse for all these missed serves right now.
I'm laughing because I wish we had a camera on you after that. How you just shook your head.
It's frustrating. You feel for the coaches because they don't have any control. They're just watching, and
there's another one.
It's just been back and forth. It hasn't been on one side. It's back and forth. Both sides giving it right away.
10 service errors for Hawaii and 8 for Long Beach State. It's 18 free points combined. Nice tip by Harwood. Good recognition.
That's what Haley Harwood is excellent at. Seeing the court and then seeing that all defensive players are on their heels, so she puts it right in the middle, and it's good for the point.
She's up to 8 kills now. And Long Beach State with a lead. Nieto keeps it alive. But Granado comes in and delivers the hammer.
Yoshia of Hawaii blocking that ball. Looked like it was an overpass. It was going to be a kill for Long Beach, but she stuffed it and kept the rally going.
Shua hits right to Maglio.
Maglio's so good at getting her hands over the net quickly. One-on-one situation, up, presses, and gets another block. And Hawaii just up by a narrow margin of 1.
Maglio's 15th in the nation in blocks. Gets another one there. Oh, nice takeover by Patterson. That time, she does fool Hawaii.
Smart move. You see a lot of setters go over on 2 and they're predetermined. This time, it's very deceptive. Patterson looks like she's going to set her middle blocker and goes over, and everyone just froze.
It's her 2nd kill tonight. We're tied at 13. This crucial 3rd set. The match is tied at a set apiece. Rudolph keeps it alive. Good. Harwood again.
How about Rudolph's one-handed dig? She's like, look what I found right here. And Long Beach able to convert. That's a huge play right now. Maybe spark some momentum on the side of Long Beach.
49ers up 1. It's going to go out of play. Too much power delivered by Granado.
If I'm Long Beach, I make sure I seal that line. Granado has shown that she likes crushing it down the line right there. Very difficult to stop as a defender in the backcourt. They're better off stopping it on the front lines with a block.
So when she goes up, you'd automatically move over.
Yeah, you want to seal that, just give her nothing on the line and see what she's a great player. She'll probably rip it cross court, but you want her to do something different.
That time they did try to seal her, but too much power. She tools the block. Point Hawaii. But they took your advice there, Dane. 15-14 though Hawaii. Granado now up to 8 kills. 5 in this set. Timeout on the court. It is a tight one here in this 3rd set. The match is tied at a set apiece between Hawaii and Long Beach State. Pretty night here in the Los Angeles area. Long Beach State trailing Hawaii by a point. Tomorrow, college football Saturday. One of the best rivalries in the history of college football. Oklahoma, Texas, the Red River rivalry. It'll be a 3:30 Eastern. Oklahoma ranked number 12 in the nation. With the rankings, you can throw those out the window when those two teams play. 3:30 Eastern on ESPN, also streaming live on the ESPN app. Back to serve, Gianna Guanasso, 5'9" senior from Huntington Beach, California. Her great-grandfather helped build Disneyland, and she is looking to work for Disney after graduation.
We saw that shot at Disney earlier. I know you had your first experience downtown Disney yesterday.
It was a lot of fun. As a Disney employee, I usually go to Disney World, living on the East Coast. I loved it out here.
How come you didn't invite me?
I did. Don't even try. So Simkova back to serve. Player from Slovakia with a left-handed serve. Good swing again by Granado. She's really had the strong arm here in the third set.
And you notice Hawaii going to her often right now. She is the cornerstone of this offense, and it was questionable. I talked to Amo Santos before, and she wouldn't really give me an answer if Granado was going to play. Obviously, she has stepped up, and she's her normal self out there, even if she's battling some illness.
She leads the team in kills this year, their most lethal player. Hawaii clinging to a one-point advantage here in this critical third set. Kirst pushes it into the corner, and it's perfect.
Right there, that is one of the smartest plays that I've seen here tonight. Kirst, knowing she couldn't get a solid hit on the ball, she decides to tip, but it's where she tips the ball in the deep corner, and it completely keeps Hawaii off guard. Wow.
Couldn't have walked it over there any better. We're tied at 16. Good dig by Harward. Nieto saves it. Point Hawaii, Kelsch.
Kelsch just goes high off the hands. You know, the first two seasons, she was a backup setter, and now outside getting some action.
Starts this year as an outside hitter.
I always find it fascinating when players move positions. My entire career, I was an outside hitter, passing all the time. There's an ace by Hawaii, but I think it makes you a much better player when you have to play multiple positions.
I know at the national team level, Karch Karai really encourages players to be 6 rotation players, but in college, you don't really have to have the 6 rotation players because of the substitutions and the way the game is, the style of play in college. Good dig by Kakai. Point Long Beach State. Krudoff gets the kill down the line.
It almost surprised her. I think Krudoff thought that ball might have been out of bounds, but it ends up in bounds, and right now Long Beach playing at a very high level.
Trailing by 1 in the third set. The match is tied at a set apiece. Best of 5 set match. Service error by Kirst, and Hawaii leads by 2 now.
It's all about that first pass contact, and it seems like when Long Beach gets it there, they're getting some great options offensively.
And this is who Hawaii would want back to serve right now. Kakai, 17 aces this year. Harward out of the back row, dug by Granado. Patterson puts it up for Krudoff. Miscommunication there by Long Beach State. Can Hawaii take advantage? Yes.
Well, you know, as those rallies go on, it's either going to go to Maglia or Granado, and that time Granado finishing off a very long rally. It's important to win those long rallies. If you lose them, it takes a lot of steam out of your sails, you know, and when you win them, you don't really notice how long that rally went, and it doesn't expend too much energy.
So right now, Hawaii is up 3. Long Beach State has taken a timeout. Hawaii this year has had some heartbreaking losses. They've lost 5 set matches to Marquette, UCLA, BYU, and Cal Poly. And this is a team picked to win the Big West Conference again, but played a very tough non-conference schedule. Granado has been the big difference maker for Hawaii in this set.
Yeah, McKenna Granado, 9 kills, 25 attempts, but she has really unleashed things here in this third set, ripping it down the line at times, almost looking unstoppable, finding the seam, and right now she needs to keep that up to give Hawaii an advantage here in the third set.
Anything surprise you tonight, Dane, in this matchup? Service errors,
I think the service errors are really slowing down the momentum. Anytime a team gets going, it seems like they just really give away that momentum quickly, but it's happening on both sides, so it's kind of been an equalizer. I've seen Long Beach play some good volleyball, but great teams have to play consistently at a high level, and right now neither one of these teams has been able to be consistent throughout.
Kahakai back to serve for Hawaii. Rainbow Wahine leading it by 3. Shua gets the kill.
Yeah, it's right now that Long Beach State has to step up. They have to start to play with more of a sense of urgency and maybe roll the dice a little more if they're going to get themselves back on top here in this third set.
Patterson back to serve, 15 aces this year for her. Got some sweat on the floor. They're mopping it up over on the other side of the court. This is one of the most beautiful courts you'll find in the country, with the palm trees engraved. I just love this court. This is the Walter Pyramid. It is shaped like a pyramid. Was it touched? No. Point Long Beach State. That was just a hitting error on Maglio.
Yeah, Long Beach State in a good position. Patterson in that serving position, which means they have 3 offensive attackers up at the net, full firepower in that 5-1 offense that they run. This is a strong position, a time to make a move.
Out of the middle, it is Maglio who denies the tie, and Hawaii moves out in front by 2. 8 kills now for Maglio. Kelsch delivers the serve, and it's out.
Another missed serve, and this is going to be highlighted even more as we get to the end of this set.
That's 11 service errors on Hawaii to this point. Good serve by Krudoff. But an even better swing off the slide by Maglio.
Maglio really has stepped up. If you're Long Beach State, you have to be keen on Maglio, as she's been getting set so often right now, and that's what you do. You go to your big guns in the clutch.
Hawaii's got a lot of guns to choose from. Powerful team. And there's a good defense as well. Maglio with Castillo. And it's 23-20. Long Beach State's going to take another timeout to try to slow down Hawaii. Let's go back to that impressive defense.
Yeah, we saw Maglio with the kill, and this time you see it getting a nice block on the outside, almost a solo block because the middle wasn't over there in time.
I think it was, yeah.
And that's just clutch. That's taking your area, and that's doing your job up at the net as a blocker. And now Hawaii just 2 points away from getting a commanding lead. You know, they started off slow, and they have been able to turn it around.
Well, you have to hope that the Hawaii volleyball fans will be patient with this group, because we've got a first-year head coach. You've also got a program that is replacing the void left by the graduation of 2-time All-American and 2-time Big West Player of the Year Nikki Taylor, and All-Big West first-team player Annie Mitchum. So Hawaii is really a program that is I wouldn't say starting over by any stretch of the imagination, but going through some changes that they haven't had to deal with in the past few years, in the past 42 years in terms of a coach.
You're absolutely right. And, you know, McKenna Granado has always played that H2 position. You talked about Nikki Taylor, and you talked about the, you know, great players. She's now a leader. She has to really take the reins, because she is that real cornerstone of the offense. She's going to get so many sets, and she's stepped up so far.
Hawaii trying to get back in the top 25. They're out of it for the first time since 2014. Right now, they're looking for set point and double contact, or was it four touches, excuse me, called against Long Beach State. Set point, Hawaii.
Castillo serving set point.
Castillo back to serve from Oceanside, California. And the setter, number 10, Yosia, ends the set for the Rainbow Wahine. Hawaii closes out the third set on a 4-0 run. And Robin Ama Santos, you'd never know it by her look, but she's got to be happy right now as her team out in front, 2-1. There's some happiness from the coach. Well, after a slow start, Hawaii has come on strong in the second and third sets and now leads this match 2-1 here on the road at Long Beach State. Hello, everyone. Sam Gore along with Dane Blanton. And Dane, interesting, this is a real milestone moment for Long Beach State. They still have not won a fourth set all year.
Yeah, you mean when it goes for?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if they're going to win, it's not going to go 4. It has to go 5. So they're very much in that position where they may lose another 4-setter and be 0-10 in that position. I believe they're 0-9.
0-9, you're right.
And so it doesn't look good. You know, Hawaii was asleep in the first set. Long Beach made them pay for it, but since Hawaii has really woken up despite the missed serves, Hawaii has 5 aces, and they've served just slightly tougher than Long Beach. But what Hawaii has done is Maglio in the middle has really established the offense, and that's opened up really much everything else. She's got 9 kills on 16 attempts, hitting .312, and if Long Beach doesn't have an answer to slow her or Granado down, then they're going to be in trouble.
And here's a look at the stats through 3 sets. Hawaii now leading the match in kills. Long Beach State hanging with Hawaii in blocks. More digs on the Hawaii side of the net. The hitting percentage just slightly ahead. But again, neither of these teams lighting it up in terms of offense tonight. We've seen a lot of errors.
Yeah, a lot of inconsistency. And that service errors that we really talked about, Hawaii with 11, Long Beach with 9, is really killed the momentum for both teams.
Kahakai serving, one of the better servers for Hawaii. Starting this set out. Overpass. Crushed by Kelsch.
Kelsch, the 6'1" senior, gets up and over, and you see the smile on her face. The body language is always something very interesting to watch, and right now Hawaii playing with a lot more confidence than they were at the onset of this match. 5
kills from Kelsch. Again, Long Beach State hasn't won a 4-set match all year. 0-9 in 4 sets. And again, Patterson wisely dumping that for the kill. Third time she's been successful.
She just seems to know when to do it. And you got to have that kind of feel. Like I said earlier, some setters just predetermine and do it no matter what. She's very careful of when she does that dump over the net.
It's a must-win set for the Beach. Ace by Patterson.
Service ace, point Long Beach.
And that's better. That's their 4th service ace. And 9 errors for Long Beach. So they're kind of getting a little bit more back into place in terms of that serve to error ratio.
Patterson's had 2 of those aces. Quick set and a strong finish by number 19, Maglio. Maglio, majoring in animal sciences, wants to be a veterinarian.
She loves that cutback right there. Crossbody That's where Long Beach has to take away. Make her hit away from body. See if she airs that one.
First, it's right to Maglio, and Maglio stuffs her for the point.
Good move right here. Maglio up, and you notice how she gets her hands over really early. That's a sign of a really good middle blocker. One quick move over the net.
7 blocks for Maglio, and now the overpass. She easily cleans that up for another kill.
Maglio making it look easy right there. It looked like she was going to go up and crush the ball with a hit, but she just taps it down nicely.
Good touch. 4-2. Hawaii leading early stages here in the 4th set. Claire Marie Anderson. We'll be calling her doctor one day. Back to serve. Getting her degree with honors in biology this spring's already passed the MCATs. Applying to medical schools. Talking about that young lady, Claire Marie Anderson. And a coach not happy right now with something. Joy McKenzie Furbringer. And service error on Anderson.
Point Long Beach State.
Another service error right there. I just don't know how you get the momentum going with so many service errors. The focus, when you know that your team has missed the last serve, you want to make sure that next one is in, because we all know you cannot score points without serving that ball in the court.
There's Castillo. Is there a reason for the service errors, Dane? I mean, do you see anything that would you say, this is why we're having so many service errors?
No, it's just it's really a matter of mental focus and focusing in. And a lot of the serves are going straight into the net. And as a coach, at times when I'm working with athletes, I'm always telling them, if you're going to miss a serve, miss it deep. Then at least the team has an opportunity to touch the ball, to pass the ball. You serve the ball into the net, and no one has to make any decision.
Are some gems harder to serve in than others? I mean, can it be the facility you're in?
Yeah, it could be, but I'm not gonna.
I'm reaching.
I'm not gonna let it off the hook. I think it's just a matter of focus.
So it is 6-4, Hawaii leading. Guanasso back to serve for the Rainbow Wahine. Seniors. Told you her great-grandfather helped build Disneyland. She's also related to Johnny Appleseed. I've never said that before.
Wow. I like that, doing your homework.
Yeah.
You went deep.
Digging deep there.
That's not like second or third layer. That's like deep.
Paid good money for that fact. Chua with the miss. Point Hawaii. Guanasso on her own, a business marketing major. Service error.
Point Long Beach. Rascon Ryan is in for Brooklyn. Rascon Ryan serving.
I can't even say it again. Another service error. I'm just gonna let it.
You don't have to. I'm the play-by-play guy.
All right.
Just make me do it. Number 19 in white, Faith Rascon Ryan, a freshman from Redondo Beach. She's had a good year serving in her debut season. And there's a kill out of the middle by number 6, Natasha Burns, a biology major, a good high school basketball player. She's from Canada, one of those 2 Canadians for Hawaii, the other one being Maglio.
Yeah, Burns has 3 kills on 8 attempts, hitting .375. She's doing her job when her number's called.
And
service error.
Amy Hartward back to serve.
This time, the setter, Ma'afala, whose uncle and dad both played in the NFL, her dad Benson. 15 service errors by Hawaii. But somehow, Hawaii's getting away with it, leading 2-1 and up 8-6 here in this set. Just hammered by number 3 in black, McKenna Granado.
McKenna Granado loves to hit that seam. She's got great vision as a hitter. Gets up right in between the pin blocker and the middle blocker, a very vulnerable area.
Granado now in double digits with 10 kills. She's got a double-double as well because she also has 11 digs. Shua finds the opening in the Rainbow Wahine defense.
Series 1 with the tip from the right side. Point Long Beach.
Nice little tip. Right over the block. And we saw a lot of tipping going on. You know, we did the game on
Texas,
Wednesday.
Kansas.
Yeah, Texas. And when you have so many athletes, both these teams as well, some strong athletes, I think they benefit more from hitting. And
you don't like tipping, I know that, do you?
No, you know, when I first started college, I used to tip a lot. And my old coach, Marv Dunphy, would hammer it in my head. You got to hit the ball more, and then that'll open up the tip. But a lot of times it's because the pass isn't there and the set is a little too low and the timing's off. And there is an ace by Long Beach trying to duck out of the way, and that tags the back line.
Nieto with the ace. That's her second of the night. Nieto now has 4 for the season. She only had 2 aces coming in to the match for the entire season. And they're cleaning up the court on the other side there as Kahakai dove for that ball. 9-8, Hawaii leading. Nieto, redshirt senior from Walnut Creek, California, good beach player. Nice swing, quick, low set, and finished by Sibley. No, check that, it was Natasha Burns.
Burns is doing her job when her number is called. 444 hitting clip tonight. Couple of digs, 4 kills.
That's a good serve. Kudoff is blocked. Point Hawaii.
At times, Emily Maglio really makes it look easy. She gets out, presses over the net, and her technique is strong. Her movement laterally is on point, and it's hard to get the ball past her.
Maglio, Hawaii's only All-American this year. Hawaii up by 3. Nieto with a dig in the back row. Here's Kudoff. It's saved by Granado, and now she'll take the hit. Another Hawaii block, and again by Maglio.
Kudoff trying to crush it, and we noted she had a sickness and was questionable to play. Started off really strong, but ended up right now having some trouble with the block at the net. 9. So 15 and 9.
Well, they grow up with a passion for the sport in this part of the country. And there's some future volleyball players, but a lot of them are playing right now in some form of club. And a reminder that college football on ABC tomorrow is Georgia Tech against number 11 Miami at 3:30 Eastern. Again, that's on ABC. And then later on tomorrow night, over the Coliseum in Los Angeles, USC will host Utah. That game taking place at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Both games are also streaming live on the ESPN app. Hawaii up 12-8 in the 4th set, trying to win this match on the road at Long Beach State. And Kudoff sides out for the 49ers.
Right there, 49ers looking sharp. It all starts with that first contact. When that pass is in a good spot for the setter to have options, Long Beach has looked good. It's the problem when they do not get the pass there. The offense is very difficult to have success.
Well, that was just so much power, but somehow Long Beach State keeps it alive. And then the finish delivered, the termination by Castillo.
Really like that turn at the last second by Casey Castillo, the 6'3" junior, putting that ball away. And you know, both teams have had their ups and downs tonight, but since Hawaii's gotten back on track, they've had a slight, 3-4 point lead and been in control.
And there's Maglio again delivering the blow.
Maglio on the backslide, A very popular set in women's volleyball, taking off on 1 foot. And she goes down the line that time.
13 kills for Maglio. That's the most in the match. Good dig by Kai. Taken over by the setter, Maafala. And then cleaned up by number 17, Castillo.
Yeah, that set just way too close to the net. Krudoff really couldn't do anything about that. When you have a low set and it's tight to the net, it gives the blocker the advantage. The hitter can sometimes only just watch if they don't get their feet to the ball.
Simkova tools the block. Point, Long Beach State.
Point, Long Beach State. Megan Krudoff back to serve.
Haven't called out Harward's name much here in this 4th set. She was instrumental earlier in the match for the 49ers.
Good conversion. Good conversion right there. Kind of a bang-bang play, and Long Beach ready and very fortunate to get it into that back court of Hawaii and score the point.
Harvard's now got 10 kills. Player who normally is wearing a different colored jersey. Nieto overpass. And dumped over by Castillo for the point for Hawaii.
Yeah, you mentioned Haley Harward. 10 kills, 16 digs, so she got a double-double tonight, and she has gotten 34 attempts, second only to Krudoff on her squad. So her second time starting as an outside hitter. This time they keep her in the entire match, and she's played well. I think it suits her, and I think she's just an athlete. No matter where you put her on the court, she's going to have success.
That's a good point. Nieto rotating out. Kirsch just got the kill. Double-double for Hawaii. Granado has 10 kills and 15 digs, so she's the other double-double in the match. A back set, dug by Kirst. Here's Harvard with the tip, and it works.
Wow, Hawaii was all over that shot and just unable to execute. Here's Harvard with a high tip and miscommunication right there. Granado running into Claire Marie Anderson. That communication on those easy plays has to happen, and then Maglio coming back with a kill.
Maglio, 14 kills now, 9 blocks. Hawaii leads 17-13, trying to put this match away. And back in to serve now, number 13, Gianna Guanasso. Krudoff, I don't know, they should have let that go. It looked like it might have gone out, but it's a kill for Krudoff. Krudoff also in double digits tonight despite being under the weather. 11 kills for her. And the Hawaii lead is reduced to 3. Communication there between Yosia, the back set to Burns. Burns called for it.
This is great offense because the pass is on point. It gives Yosia so many options, and she can go really wherever she wants.
Joust at the net. And again, it is won by Hawaii. Burns in the middle.
Burns absolutely on fire, hitting 500, 5 kills on the night, and she has made her presence felt as a blocker.
Burns is 6'5", and she shows it on this joust.
Well, she's up and over, keeping that in play, and then again up and pressing for that second effort, and the point for Hawaii. Here's a good look at the net cam as she presses. May have been a little net there that was missed. Looked like maybe a hand touched the net, but the call was not made, and Hawaii has a nice 5-point lead. Sam, you know, I would love to know what Robin Amoy-Santos told her team as she completely pulled the team off the court after the first set. We were concerned.
I've never seen that happen.
The whole team was just gone.
They were gone.
And I think she took them behind the bleachers, out of view and out of earshot of everybody, and really gave them a good talk, because we didn't see any type of volleyball, the kind of slow and lethargic volleyball we saw from them in the first set. It just wasn't them, and she noticed that and turned things around. But I would have loved to hear that pep talk and that speech, and the players responded. So Hawaii in good hands with their third head coach all time in Robin Amoy-Santos.
They were undefeated heading into last weekend, dropped a match at Cal Poly, fell out of the top 25. First time since November of 2014 this week that Hawaii hasn't been in the top 25. They started the season number 20. Still have time to get back in the top 25 as well as win the Big West. Harvard gets the touch and therefore picks up the point for Long Beach State. 19-15. Harvard will go back to serve now. Harvard just a sophomore. Good block by Shua. Rudolph goes cross court and terminates.
Rudolph has shown that she's got a real sharp angle. We talked about her suffering from illness, but she has come out here and really played a typical game for her.
12 kills. Point Long Beach State. That was just a hitting error by Granado. The shot went wide. And a timeout Hawaii, as the Rainbow Wahine have seen their lead dissipate to 2. Again, Hawaii picked to win the Big West this year. Long Beach State was picked to finish 3rd. Injuries have really hurt Long Beach State. And Hawaii was in first until last weekend when they lost at home to Cal Poly, and Cal Poly was rewarded with a spot in the top 25.
And that was an absolute battle. You know, Hawaii won the first 2 sets, and then all of a sudden, Cal Poly came back, ended up winning 15-9 in the 5th. And it is so hard to go to Hawaii and get a victory.
Yeah, it was the first time a Big West team's won there since November 7th, 2014.
That's unbelievable. It's just they know how to protect their home court. And for Cal Poly to go in there and get the victory, especially after losing the first 2 sets, just shows that Cal Poly is the real deal. And they've been rewarded in the top 25 now. But you're absolutely right with Hawaii expected to win the Big West, and now in 2nd, and Long Beach being down at 6. That's a big surprise.
A reminder coming up tonight after the Washington State Cal game on ESPN at Sports Center at night with Neil Everett and Linda Cohn. They'll be from here in Los Angeles. Highlights from that Washington State Cal game, as well as the upset Syracuse taking out number 2 Clemson tonight in college football. The ALCS Game 1 between the Yankees and Astros, the NHL and NBA preseason, NFL, everything else. Sports Center at night. It's also streaming live on the ESPN app. See if the timeout worked. It does. Point Hawaii. Hawaii 5 points away from closing this match out. Remember, Long Beach State has not won a 4-set match this year. If they drop this set, they go to 0-10 in 4-setters. They're trying to get it to a 5th. We had a 5-setter Wednesday night in Kansas. Texas coming from behind to beat Kansas. This has got to go over.
Net violation on Hawaii. I believe it was Burns possibly in the net, and Long Beach State still alive, but they have to make a move.
Nieto takes a deep breath here just before getting ready to serve her team trailing by 2 in a must-win set.
Great pass. And that's what happens when you have a beautiful pass like that. You're able to run the offense, and Kels right there ripping it down the line.
What made it a beautiful pass?
Well, it's right on point. There's a lot of options. It's a few feet off the net, so not perfect, but it's in the general area where you want to be to give that setter that option to go back, to go in the middle back, outside. They can do everything.
Long Beach State out of system there. Hawaii wins the point. 22-18. Hawaii 3 points away from finishing the match.
Kels starting to really turn it up here. She's from right down the street in Huntington Beach.
Ace.
Service ace, point, Hawaii.
Kahakai with the service ace. Her second.
Kahakai just ripped it. She's one of the few players on both sides of the net that have a nice traditional topspin serve. Most players opt to do a jump float serve. There's a topspin serve, ripping it down the line and ends up just out of bounds. But you'll take that, an ace and an error any day.
We've seen a lot of errors tonight. It was nice to see that ace. Hawaii is still 2 points away from victory. Patterson to serve. Good block in the middle. Kirsch got it.
I really like Emma Kirsch's game, and she seems to just sense when it's close to the end of a set, and she turns up her game, and a really big net presence this entire night.
Overpass. Boy, Kirsch has such vision. She really recognizes when there's an opening on the court. And a timeout taken by Hawaii as Long Beach State has come to within 2. Hawaii's just 2 points away from winning this match.
So smart by Kirsch. Remember I said she likes to step up at the end of the set, and right there, instead of making a foolish play and hitting into the block, she surveys the land and then places the ball exactly where she wants to. We saw her do it earlier down the line, and you usually see an outside hitter placing the ball and tipping like that. A middle blocker with that kind of touch is really something special.
It seems like she just slows the game down when she has such good vision when she does that. Good atmosphere tonight. About 2,200 here in the Walter Pyramid. It is kids' night. Kids got in free under a certain age, as the sport of volleyball is certainly so well supported in this part of the country. So Hawaii coming out of the timeout, 2 points from victory, but losing a little bit of momentum before that timeout. We'll see if Long Beach State can force a 5th, or will they lose a 4-setter for the 10th time this year?
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Long Beach to get back in this, but this Long Beach team, like we mentioned, has kind of had to move parts around because of so many injuries, and Joy Mackenzie Furbringer done a great job in her first year, but it's hard being in your first year, having all of these different moves and injuries. They get a good pass here. Will they go to Magley on the middle? No, they go back. Set, and Kels just stepping up. Kels has turned up her game in these last few points.
And Kels has given Hawaii match point. Anderson will serve it at match point. Long Beach State stays alive, but it remains match point Hawaii. Hawaii wins it. Harvard's attack is wide. So Hawaii comes on the road and wins in 4 against Long Beach State. Now the two great players at their alma maters now embracing. What'd you think of the match, Dane?
Wow, you know, it wasn't the prettiest match early on, but what happened was Hawaii got on track. They were able to be a little bit more consistent despite all the service errors. But Amoy Santos, whatever she said between set number 1 and number 2, really ignited the Rainbow Wahine. And on the other side, for Joy Mackenzie Furbringer in her first year as well, Long Beach has been hit with that injury bug, and it's going to be very difficult for them to recover because the Big West has gotten pretty tough.
So Hawaii moves to 12-6 overall, 7-1 in the Big West. The University of Hawaii comes to Long Beach State and wins 3-1. For Dane Blanton and our entire crew here in Long Beach, California, I'm Sam Gore, saying so long from Southern California, where Hawaii has come across to the mainland and walked away a winner.